It's time for today's travel and cruise industry news. With the latest from travel and cruises around the world, here's your host, Chillie Falls.
Jay, good morning and welcome to Monday Travel and Cruise Industry News Podcast on this, the 11th day of November 2024, brought to you by Will U.S., the owner of Scootaround, and by Chillie Cruises. We've got several announcements today, and we've also got several news stories today from mostly catching up from the weekend. The lead story this morning is a terrifying event on Explorer the Seas. By now, many of you might have heard of it. I do have a clip from on board the ship, which was pretty dicey. Also today, the third Regal Princess cruise canceled. Resilient lady arrived in Miami. Disney ship makes a rescue. Passports now required for Panama. And Carnival adjusts departure times for 200 sailings. That and lots more today here at 11 o'clock this morning. If you're listening via the podcast, you're always welcome here. You can access the podcast via my blog, which is accessadventure.net, or wherever you get your podcasts from, all the big guys. It doesn't matter which one of them. Just search for travel and cruise industry news, and up pops the old fat guy. All right, today, folks, is Veterans Day. A special thanks to all of you who served. This is a day that we honor for you guys. My father was a disabled veteran from World War II, had total and permanent loss of 3 limbs. So I honor him today as well. Of course, today honors military veterans who served in the United States Armed Forces. It's a federal holiday, coincides with Armistice Day and Remembrance Day, which marked World War I. These observances reflect the end of significant hostilities at the 11th hour on the 11th day of the 11th month of 1918, when armistice with Germany took effect. Initially, the United States observed Armistice Day as well. However, it evolved into the current Veterans Day in 1954. So again, if you served, thank you for your service. And with that, we'll remember all of those who have gone before us, who served, and give us the freedom to live like we live today. So, all right, so got to talk about my schedule for this upcoming week. I'm going to, I have to go for my oncology appointment and my Lupron injection. Not my favorite day twice a year. I have to do this. But it's one of the things that's keeping me alive, so we do it. On Wednesday, I will do the show, but it's going to be early, probably like 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So Wednesday's show is going to be early. Friday's show is postponed totally until Sunday. I'll do a show Sunday morning from on board the Epic to make up for Friday. I may do something Saturday once I get on board the ship. I don't know. I'm going to play all this by ear. I'm going to be driving on Wednesday after doing the show early down to Myrtle Beach to hook up with Hot Air Tom and Cindy. Going to stay there for a couple days. Then I'm driving to Port Canaveral on Friday. Hot Air Tom and Cindy I think they're staying at another one of those condominium things in Port Canaveral. They've got some guests coming for that. And then I will be staying at the Holiday Inn Express in Port Canaveral Friday night. And we get on board the ship on Saturday on the Norwegian Epic for the cruise ship Dr. Cruise. Looking forward to that. I've been in contact with everybody on the cruise over the weekend, gave them my schedule where I'd be and so forth and so on. And when Ivan Cox, the author, better known as Gerald Yukovich, has his little to-dos scheduled that we'll all be there and take part in. It should be a lot of fun. So looking forward to that. Okay. Let's see. What else did I have to go over this morning? I don't believe I have to go over anything else. So just remember Wednesday early, Friday, no show, postponed until probably Sunday. And we'll make up for the show then. All right. Let's take a quick break from one of our network sponsors, and we'll get started on today's news.
There was a terrifying sequence on Explorer of the Seas on November 7th when unexpected hurricane-force winds hit the ship. According to social media reports from passengers on board, the squall caused the ship to lift by roughly 30 degrees. That caused unsecure items to fall, created a few minutes of panic for passengers and crew who did not know whether the ship would right itself. By all accounts, the captain reacted quickly, slowed the ship, and changed its direction. All decks on board were closed and passengers were ordered back to their cabins so everyone on Explorer of the Seas could be accounted for. As of the night before, all passengers appeared to have been accounted for, but some injuries required medical attention. One passenger sent a video on YouTube that captured how violent the incident was.
That's crazy. Like we turned hard. Damn, that's just really turning hard. No, there's no way it stays one direction. Now we're coming back.
We send her down, it's okay.
Well, that was clearly quite a scary experience. Of course, that video to the left of the video would be Sorrento's Pizza. And those, you could see the chairs from there's always 4 or 5 tables in the promenade in front of Sorrento's. And those chairs obviously were from those outside tables that just slid across the promenade. Of course, you also heard a lot of glasses breaking. All right, so continuing on with the story from Explorer, if I can get things back in order here. The ship left Barcelona on November the 2nd, planned to dock in Miami on November the 14th. However, according to multiple people on board the ship, it is now reversed course and stopped in Canary Islands, the Spanish territory, off the coast of northwestern Africa to drop off some injured passengers and have some repairs done. Explorer of the Seas will also take on supplies and resume the trip to Miami. It's now expected to arrive on the 17th instead of the 14th. On Explorers, this came from Royal Caribbean. On Explorer of the Seas, the ship was hit by some crazy wind, tilted on its side. Now the ship has been turned around, headed back toward Africa, and they haven't even told the guests yet. The in-room screen no longer shows the route, one passenger reported on Facebook. Another passenger said the captain had confirmed the change. Captain Frank just announced they turned back due to a medical emergency, and they will refuel and get provisions in the Canary Islands. He also says that we won't arrive in Miami until the 17th, not the 14th as scheduled. Those on board posted that once they woke up the next morning, the ship was back to normal. The crew spent all night cleaning up and resetting the ship. One of the Princess Cruises canceled the November 10th, that would have been yesterday, sailing of the Regal Princess from Galveston following the previous cancellations of October 27th and November the 3rd. The decision comes as the cruise line continues to address significant technical issues involving the ship's power systems. The team successfully repaired a major issue with one of the vessel's power generators initially. However, a second generator experienced an unexpected technical failure during preparations for the next voyage. So, Regal is shut down again. We had a price drop on the Norwegian Epic Transatlantic sailing from New York on March 31st. However, it's not the price drop I was looking for on the balcony cabins. In the meantime, double occupancies now start at $11.32 per person. Solo studios from $18.81. Just call me, 434-258-9264, and join us on the Norwegian Epic Transatlantic, March 31st to April 15th, ending in Rome. Virgin Voyages adult-only cruise ship Resilient Lady arrived in Miami for the first time yesterday. On board is our own Elizabeth on location. This was the first time that the cruise ship has come to Miami. It will also be the first time that the vessel has visited the U.S. Resilient Lady will offer adults-only cruises from Miami to the Caribbean before the ship repositions to San Juan, Puerto Rico for 7 to 11 night voyages. The ship sailed last night and will stop in Costa Maya tomorrow. Elizabeth will visit her home port of Cozumel on Wednesday. The Disney Treasure rescued 4 people from a sinking catamaran off the coast of Bermuda on Sunday. The Treasure, which is on its way to Port Canaveral for its maiden voyage next month, received a distress call from the Coast Guard. They were about 80 miles from the sinking catamaran at the time. Crew members dispatched a small rescue boat and brought all passengers on board without injury. We are pleased that Disney Treasure was able to provide aid to the boat passengers in peril. Our crew members worked together on the rescue, skillfully demonstrating their training and commitment to safety, so said Disney Treasure Captain Marco Noguera. And a completely side note, Disney Treasure has tested out 7 different musical arrangements from Disney history that the ship's horn will be able to play. Disney Treasure, coming soon. Introducing the Model R 4-wheel urban mobility scooter with a small turning radius and rotating front wheels. Wheel allows you to effortlessly maneuver in tight spaces. The 4-wheel Model R with exceptional stability and comfort. The Model R automatically adjusts speeds during turns. Slim and compact design. The Will Model R has a reliable all-day driving range and a portable lightweight battery for charging. You can navigate tight indoor spaces like restaurants. Model R has easy disassembly and convenient storage. She can conquer urban terrain and rough surfaces with ease. Durable frame built with high-strength aluminum, stabilizer and suspension provide stability with a spacious flat floor design. Wherever you use your wheel, Model R four-wheel scooter, you'll have a smooth ride.
And that's the Will Model R scooter. Schedule a test drive today, folks. This is going to cause some consternation with some of our folks.
Carnival Cruise Line has notified guests booked on sailings visiting Panama about updated travel requirements and whether or not all passengers must carry passports. While guests may be able to enjoy their cruise to Panama without a passport, they will not be permitted off the ship in the Central American country without that critical piece of travel documentation. This is a noted change from previous guidelines about cruise travel documentation, where passports were not listed as necessary for visiting Panama unless the cruise started in one U.S. home port and ended in another, such as a full Panama Canal transit. To be clear, if cruise passengers are using their birth certificate and a government-issued photo ID or any other Western Hemisphere Travel Initiative compliant document, they will not be permitted off the ship in Panama. They can, however, enjoy the rest of the cruise without difficulty. Many posts on social media and other unofficial sites have claimed that this documentation requirement is nothing new, but in fact, it is a subtle change. Previously, passports were not required for cruisers to Panama unless the ship was either visiting Colombia or else ending in the U.S. home port when a different U.S. home port than where it first embarked. Folks, don't try to beat this one. Just go get your passport, please. Carnival Cruise Line has reached out to thousands of booked guests to alert them to embarkation changes for nearly 200 upcoming sailings on 2 vessels. Carnival Pride and Carnival Spirit are both impacted by this round of adjustments, which affect sailings as early as next month and as far into the future as the spring of 2027. Carnival Pride is home ported year-round from Baltimore, offering Bahamas, Bermuda, Panama Canal, Eastern Caribbean, Southern Caribbean, and Greenland itineraries. The ship's departure time for a wide range of departure is now moved 30 minutes earlier. In total, 103 Carnival Pride cruises are now featuring this embarkation adjustment. This includes every 7-night sailing the ship is making from December 1st of this year through and including April 25th of 2027, regardless of the destination. Similar changes are being made to itineraries aboard Carnival Pride's sister ship, Carnival Spirit, sailing from Mobile, as well as her summer 2025 Alaska season from Seattle. The departure range is the same, 30 minutes earlier, but the ship will now depart at 3:30 p.m. instead of 4 p.m. As with Carnival Pride, Carnival Spirit's itineraries are now shifted from December 1st through March of 2027. Experience Alaska at an affordable rate. VR1 balconies are only $1,289, including taxes and port charges. MSC Poesia sails from Seattle, May 25th, 2026. Book now. Call 434-258-9264 or go to bit.ly/Poesia-Alaska1.
And that's an end to the news portion of today's show. So, let's go see who's over in the chat room fussing at me this morning. All right, so from X, we've got Modu is with us. Good morning to you. Hot Air Tom is here. Hello, everyone. Katie says, morning, Chillie and Chillie family. I got my room assignment on Voyager this morning. Katie, I was aware of that. I knew it was coming. Kenneth says, good morning to everybody. Up in Pennsylvania, there's Roger down in Jacksonville. Hi, Mr. Roger. Katie, is your cruise affected by the Voyager delay? Ooh, that's an interesting one. I don't, no, it should be back. It should be back to the normal schedule, I would think. All right, Joanne's with us. Good morning, Joanne. There's Bob down in, where is he? Bob's in Tennessee. I'm trying to say, couldn't get the right state out of my mouth. Anyway, hey, good morning, Bob. Kingsport, Tennessee. Katie says not affected. That's good. There's Mike from over on the other side of the pond. Steve from Kentucky. Joanne says, I have 2 nephew servants. Thanks to all who serve and who have served. I completely agree with you on that one. There's Cindy. Hi, Sin. Kenneth says, Chillie, if you have a chance now, you can do a video of the bathroom situation on the Epic. Full review would be awesome. I will do that. I'll do one on the public restrooms. Of course, I'll do one on the accessible restrooms, and then I'll see if I can get somebody to let me in their cabin so I can, film one in there so everybody knows what they're dealing with. But we'll see. I will try to do that, Kenneth. Amy's with us. Happy Monday. Happy Veterans Day. Bless all of our veterans, past and present. I'm with you. Emily's with us. Says, hello, Chillie and gang. There's Todd. I'm going to be at a deer camp in Upper Michigan for a week. I'll try to catch the show up there if I can, if I can get internet. All right. I guess it is that time of year, isn't it? Deer season, turkey season. I'm not a hunter, so I don't follow it that close. I've said this many times before. I shot my first turkey. Scared the crap out of everybody in Kroger's frozen food department. Emily says, have fun. Katie says, is there snow? Yeah, there might be up there. Although I talked to John again this weekend, and he still hasn't had any snow. They had some actually south of him. They haven't had any up at John's ranch there in Upper Minnesota. Adrisa says hi. Hello to you as well. Greetings from Africa. Glad to have you with us. Stop in anytime. Emily says, hi there, Tom. There is some bathroom and that is some bathroom and hotel room. You and Hot Air Tom have lucked out. Is that the expression? Laugh out loud. Yeah, that's a pretty swanky. I was going to show a clip of that this morning. Oh well, sorry about that. Maybe I'll try to get that done tomorrow. So anyway, yeah, pretty swanky digs. Hot Air Tom and Cindy are already in Myrtle Beach, and it's pretty nice. Todd, what's his name? Tom. Hot Air Tom did actually a video for me of the show, of the thing. I was going to just show you the whole thing. I'll get that done tomorrow. Didn't get it done today. Sorry about that. Emily says it's mid-60s in New York. It's supposed to get up to 75 here today. But again, I'm going to the oncologist, so I'm not going to enjoy it. But at least I'll, getting out and loading my wheelchair and unloading and loading back and unloading again, I won't be freezing to death today. All right, so I go get my butt stuck here with the Lupron injection. Lovely. All right, that's going to wrap it up for today, folks. Don't forget, Wednesday, early show, 8 a.m., if all goes well. Friday show, postponed until probably Sunday. And we'll catch everything up on Sunday or whenever I get it done on board the ship. I'll let everybody know well in advance. But I'm going to guess it's going to be about 11 o'clock Sunday morning. Can't remember where we're in port one day. Sunday might be a day in port. Sunday's a day. I think that'll be the first day that Gerald is doing his entertainment thing at 9:30 in the Cavern Club. So I'll do that and then maybe do a show right after it. Anyway, we'll see. I'll get it fixed and catch everybody up in due course. All right, guys, that's going to wrap it up for today. Don't forget, smash that thumbs up button. That'll help out tremendously. Thanks to all you guys from over on X being here. Always appreciate you joining us. In the meantime, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, think about cruising, and hopefully one day soon we'll all get together on the high seas. Have a great day, everybody. See you back here tomorrow with a sore bottom. Later, y'all.
I regularly post videos on all facets of the travel and cruise industry. So if you like to keep up with the latest in cruise ships, ports of call, cruises themselves, Chillie chats, and travel and cruise industry news, just hit the little subscribe button in the lower right-hand corner, hit the bell notification so you'll be notified when a new video is up or we go live. This video was produced by Chillie's Cruises.